When it comes to the modern NBA, trash talking is definitely a lost art. As back in the 80s, the 90s, even the 2000s, we had some all-time great legendary trash talkers, from Rasheed Wallace all the way to Reggie Miller. Nowadays in this era, you have some pretty good trash talkers, but not nearly as many. And like I said, in that era, you had tons of guys who would talk junk, get in your face, and they would not back down. Now, with that being the case, you could imagine I was a little surprised when I saw a rookie fresh out the gate trash talking LeBron James before the season started. That player was Benedict Mathurin, a rookie and a first-round pick of the Indiana Pacers. After looking at his comments basically calling out LeBron James, I marked the calendar for the Lakers vs Pacers in their first matchup. As for me, I expected LeBron James, some people's GOAT, to shut this rookie up and show him who's boss. But unfortunately for me, I could not have been more incorrect, as LeBron vs the Pacers was absolutely dreadful, only having 21 points, 7 boards on 8 of 22 shooting, going 3 of 10 from deep, compared to Mathurin, who had 23 points, 8 boards on 10 of 22 shooting, and 3 of 8 from 3. Not only was LeBron James outplayed by a rookie who trash-talked him, but in the fourth quarter, he was even worse, going 2 of 8 from the field, only having 4 points, and blowing a 17-point lead. And once again in that fourth quarter, he was outscored by a rookie, and late in the game, had the game winner put in his face. And taking one step back, when it comes to LeBron James, when he has games like this, it really makes me wonder what would Jordan have done back in the day if a rookie talked trash to him and challenged him before the season. Would he have folded? Would he drop 40? What would Jordan do back in his day? And to find that out, let's look at some stories of Jordan embarrassing rookie players. So, looking back at 1990 for our first story, you have Gary Payton, a fresh rookie of the Seattle Supersonics. At this point, Payton, being a lottery pick, he was very eager to prove himself as an NBA player and a legit star. And in one of his first ever games, in the preseason, he played Michael Jordan in the Chicago Bulls. And Payton clearly says, when he went against Jordan, he wasn't really impressed, despite the MVPs and numerous accolades. As in this game, Payton had 19 points off the bench and played really well. And in typical GP fashion, when he was feeling himself, he began to trash talk and go at some players, specifically BJ Armstrong, who was still in the game, and Michael Jordan, who was on the bench. Now, where it gets pretty entertaining is 3 weeks later, both Chicago and Seattle would meet once again, this time with Jordan in the game. And versus Payton, he had 33 points, 7 steals, 4 boards, 3 assists on 65% shooting. It was an absolute clinic, and the game was over by the third quarter. And looking to the fourth quarter, with the clock winding out, Jordan came over to Payton and told him the following, quote, "That blank you were talking in the preseason, this is the real blank right here. Welcome to the NBA, little fella." Michael Jordan in that moment and in this game shut up Gary Payton and embarrassed the young rookie. And the crazy thing is, Jordan in this game only played 27 minutes and still was highly dominant. Compared to Payton, who only had 2 points compared to 4 turnovers. And looking past Gary Payton, who is a Hall of Famer, next up we have Reggie Miller, who also was a Hall of Famer and a great player in the 90s. And for Reggie, his story of trash talking MJ is nearly identical to Gary Payton.
My rookie year, we were playing the Chicago Bulls, and this is Michael Jordan's 3rd or 4th year in.
Okay.
And we were playing the next exhibition game in some obscure place. And most veterans do not like to play in exhibition games. They want to get to the real thing. I'm a wide-eyed, energetic rookie, and we're playing this exhibition game, and Michael's going through the motion. And Chuck Person, who's on my team, who's a trash talker as well, is like, "Can you believe Michael Jordan, the guy everyone's talking about, who's supposed to be able to walk on water, you're out here killing him, Reg." This is in the first half. He's like, "You should be talking to him." He's like, "You know, you're right, Michael. Who do you think you are? The great Michael Jordan? That's right. There's a new kid on town, right?" Kind of looks at me and starts shaking his head. So at half, I have 10, and he has 4 points, right? And I'm doing all this talking. He's like, "Okay." Into the game in the second half, he ended up with 44, and I ended up with 12. So he outscored me 40-2. And as he's walking off, he's like, be sure and be careful, you never talk to Black Jesus like that.
Now, at this point in the video may be saying, you're looking at Jordan in his prime in the early 90s or mid-90s, compared to LeBron James, who at this point is almost 38 years old. And that's a pretty fair point. So with that being the case, let's look at Jordan on the Washington Wizards. Early in the 03 season, in a game versus the Denver Nuggets, one of the worst teams in the Western Conference, Jordan, nearly age 40, once again would expose a rookie. As playing in Washington, the Wizards, at halftime were down 3, with Jordan playing average. And heading into the fourth quarter, he was playing below average, shooting 5 of 14 with only 13 points. And with Jordan struggling and not shooting good and being older, two rookies, that being Vincent Yarborough and Junior Harrington, made the fatal mistake of trash-talking an older Michael Jordan, saying, quote, "Take off them ugly blank shoes." That one comment right there would inspire Jordan to go off in the fourth quarter, as in that quarter, he had 12 points on 75% shooting, and as Jordan finally caught fire, every bucket he made, he looked at Denver's bench, and specifically those two rookies. And when the game was nearly over, Jordan went over to Yarborough and told him the following, quote, "Hold on now, you little blank. You grew up watching me, I didn't grow up watching you." Once again, insult to injury, as a near 40-year-old Jordan dominated two trash-talking rookies. And looking at his final stat line, he had 25 points, 6 boards, 5 assists on 50% shooting. Compared to LeBron versus the Pacers, this version of Jordan was infinitely better and more confident. Now, looking at our last Jordan story, we go back to the 1990s in 1996, as once again Jordan would expose a future Hall of Famer who at that point was a rookie.
So KG had never seen me play against Mike.
We in Chicago, it's my rookie year.
And I got about 24 going into the fourth quarter.
JR is having a good game.
So I'm quiet. I always stay quiet when I play Mike. I didn't talk too much.
So as we come out the timeout, I'm on, y'all. I can't even explain it.
We come out of the fourth quarter, KG like, man, keep going at his ass. Serve him. He can't guard you.
Yo, keep killing that nigga, yo. Keep killing that nigga. Boning him, yo. Straight up. You having a good game, Joe. Keep going.
I was quiet. I'm looking at him like, just chill. Because Mike was literally right there.
The nigga right here. Mike can hear me. So I double back like, yeah.
I don't care. Keep going at him. Too strong for this dude, man.
So as I say that, I feel it.
So Mike looked at me, looked at KG.
Hands on hips, legs locked. The nigga stared at me for about 15 seconds.
I was like, Mike, he don't know the rules of the game, man. He's just a young puppy. You know what I mean?
Hey, look, Mike, he don't really know how I see him and Mike having a conversation. So he's like, he don't really know he excited, whatever. So now MJ on the back leg joint.
Okay, you talking?
Okay, yeah. Huh?
And Mike looked at him again like, okay. Looked at me like, okay. I said, what you looking at me like that for, right?
I can't even really describe the next like 6 to 7 minutes of play, y'all.
Went to the fourth quarter, man. That man got about 17 quick.
We down 25 now. It was just that 2.
Mad, looking at KG, looking at me, looking at KG.
It got bad quick, y'all. I come to the joint, and they know this. When you come and you've been on the run, when you not got back on the floor, got back, had to rebound, and you feel like you on defense all the time, you come to the bench like this. So I was like, Jay, man, my bad, dog. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. He like, it's cool, man. I told you, just shut your ass up, man. You're not fun. So you got in between the Gatorade there where you like, damn, and next thing you know, we over there like this. And Mike came down, okay, young fella, okay, damn, young fella, damn, y'all done? Damn, young fella.
If you go back and watch this game, near the end of the third quarter, Isaiah Ryder and KG are 100% are trash-talking Jordan. And after that moment, Jordan in the third quarter, in the last minute and 30, had 8 quick points, and the fourth quarter added in 11. And for the entire game, he had 35 points, 7 assists, and 6 boards on 45% shooting en route to a Bulls victory. once again proving Jordan, at any age, at being 27, 35, even 40, was trash talked by a rookie, he was immediately putting them in their place and exposing them on the spot. Compared to LeBron James, who versed the Pacers, folded in the fourth quarter, played awful, and at the end of the day was beaten out by a rookie, that being Benedict Mathurin. So that right there is the end of the video, a nice comparison of Jordan versus LeBron James, and how they respond to rookie trash talkers. Michael Jordan took it personally, and LeBron James, well, yeah, you saw what happened. So as always, thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time.